Now, if you want to do the Steve Urkel dance, all you have to do is hitch up your pants, bend your knees, and stick out your pelvis. I'm telling you, baby, it's better than Elvis. Now, point your fingers up to the sky and talk through your nose way up high. Spin and dip and jump and cavort and finish it off with a laugh and snort.
Buenos dias, Gunnerz Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get straight to the intro. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that myself, stay kicking. I appreciate the support. So let's get straight to it. Let's get down to business, right? Where's the beef, right? Where has this beef accumulated or even started from? There is no beef, man. I mean, maybe it's one-sided. Maybe Chill from 16 to Life in his mind believes that the only way he can get credibility or clout or whatever it is he's seeking, attention, money, is by now challenging people to celebrity boxing matches. Well, here's a news flash. Let me pick up the mic so I could drop it real quick, right? Here's the news flash. I'm not a celebrity, and Chill, you are not a celebrity. That's a mic drop, right? It seems like when people get on social media, they get full of themselves. They start actually believing their own bullshit. They start believing because a couple people are like, man, I support you. Or a couple people are like, man, you're funny. Or man, I love your stories. Or they get a little admiration. And when they do, people that have never gotten a hug in their life, like a real fucking hug, right? They don't know how to receive it. And so the only way the mind tricks them into receiving things like that is by telling them that they're bigger than, they're more than, that they have celebrity status. And so now I, myself, am being challenged to a celebrity boxing match by Chill. Two guys who were once in prison, who did time for crimes, right? Two men, regardless of the yard you was on, regardless of the status, 50-50, SNY, GP, PC, no matter what. Two men, right, who struggled behind them walls, away from our families, away from our loved ones, not receiving no hugs. I hope you weren't while incarcerated, right? I know I wasn't. Two men. And now, two men who have changed their lives for the better, who are now around their children, around their loved ones, giving game to the people, hoping that people will not have to go through what we went through, right? And what happens? One of the gentlemen decides that because he is being pumped up by the people in his chat, by the DMs, by people who feel some type of way, that he wants to challenge the other man who's doing pretty much the same thing he is to a celebrity boxing match. Like I said, man, you are not a celebrity. I am not a celebrity. This is not a fucking Kevin Hart roast, okay? You are not Cat Williams, boo-boo. There's none of that. What it is a situation where two men that don't see eye to eye on every subject, and we probably do see eye to eye on a lot of different things, but two men who don't see eye to eye, and instead of having a conversation, because you have my phone number, I have to look for yours. Maybe I have it on this phone. And if I do, I might have to reach out and call you if you accept the phone call, right? But immediately, because you do not agree with me or don't agree with my stance on certain things, you have now ran to the internet immediately to make a video for a couple of different reasons to challenge me to a celebrity boxing match. Hence, we are not celebrities. If you want to box, you want to box, and I get it. If you feel I said something that hurt you enough, and usually when it hurts you, it's because it's true. Remember that. That's some games, knowledge you can't get in college. Hey, usually when a person says something that really gets in your soul, and James Brown soul style, I feel good, right? Papa got a brand new bag, right? When someone says something that gets in your soul to soul, back to life. What happens? You want to fight all of a sudden. All of a sudden you want to fight. Look, I'm going to respect you and say, hey, thank you for not wanting to keep it in the streets. So obviously it doesn't hurt you that bad, because if it did, you'd be like, man, I'm going to fuck you up wherever I see you on site, no matter what. You know, the old YA baby prison mentality. I'm going to get you wherever I'm playing for keeps. Instead, this man said, you know what? We got beef. I don't think we do, but he says, we got beef. I challenge you. I want to fight you in a celebrity boxing match. I'm probably like the 4th or 5th person you've challenged, huh? Everyone keeps declining you. Everyone keeps saying no, huh? Because everyone knows that there's no bag in it. But you are smart, Chill. Chill's a very smart man. He realized, right? Damn, out of all these guys I'm challenging, believe it or not, little old itty bitty Gunnerz Collective TV over there could bring the bacon. He necessarily doesn't eat bacon, but I could still bring it, right? That guy could sell some fights, sell some pay-per-views, sell some whatever they're trying to line up on whatever different thing they're trying to do, right? Now, I've told people a long time ago, I was one of the first YouTube content creators in the prison genre to accept, pull up, and actually fight in the ring. Now, I was out of shape. I was taking it as a joke, and I shouldn't. I was making light of the situation, and I looked rather foolish in my first ever boxing match with gloves on in a ring. And I've admitted that I didn't look good at all, right? By no means am I making excuses. It just is what it was. And that's facts and plain and period. And a lot of people ran to the internet and social media. That's what it is. You know, everyone got a fucking opinion. And everyone ran, you can't fight worth shit. You can't do this. You can't do that. Keep that energy. That's cool. You can have that. But the fact that a grown man, myself, went to Southern California and pulled up an ex-Northerner with everyone in the world that doesn't like me and wants to get me and hurt me and do all these bad things to me, I still pulled up like a man. I still got in that ring like a man. And that's a lot more than a lot of motherfuckers can say. The pull-up was real. So now, years later, you have Chill, who says, man, he's thinking, first of all, I've utilized this guy and Dub's name and their likeness on thumbnails several times, about 20 different videos made, right? And man, the views are decent. They're not the best, but they're decent. Maybe if I challenge this man to a fight, we can get some money out of the situation. Well, look, it takes two to tango, right? And if you feel some type of way, Chill, understandably, because I don't agree with you, I've never called you a bitch, a punk, a sucker, a rat, a chomo, you know, things that you've called other people without paperwork or just to do it, right? I've never done any of that ever because I don't believe that. I don't believe you're any of that, right? I'm not going to ever bow down to you, never. But at the end of the day, I see it for what it is. It's a money grab. It's a situation where it's like we can kill two birds with one stone. We could not talk about it, but we could fight about it. But the thing is, you're the one that keeps talking, not me. I'm making this video a retaliatory in response, right? Remember what 6ix9ine said just the other day on that Banks interview? He don't wake up with brothers on his mind, man. All he does is wake up and responds. I kind of feel like, I'll never feel like 6ix9ine, but I kind of feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm waking up and I'm responding. I have to hear it from other people because, see, I'm not tapped into the prison genre like that anymore. I don't watch everyone's videos about me. People send me clips, send me stuff. You know, they want to pump it up. Hey, what do you got to say about this? What do you got to say about that? And indeed, I understand the game. In fact, I have given the game to a lot of people. People have modeled their whole channel after mine, right? So I get it. I'm a motherfucking pioneer in this shit, pimp, right? And I will say that I seen it for what it was. I was like, damn, this motherfucker trying to get money. He's smart. Chill's intelligent. I've never tested this man's intelligence because I know he is. But you know what would be the more intelligent thing to do, Chill? Instead of going online and thinking that people have any say-so in my life to pump me up. Thinking that by going out there and throwing out a challenge, I'm going to feel that I'm all pumped up, that I have to do something. See, I ain't got to do nothing in life, bro. I'm a grown man. And I don't care what people think about me at this point. You know, because we're going to get into it further into this video on some you know, how you kind of contradict yourself on certain things, right? Certain situations. So, but, you know, it is going to be what it is. We're going to let the people, just like you say, we're going to let the people see it for what it is. You decide you're going to call me out when you could have did the more intelligent thing is because you have my phone number and is reach out to me on some real man shit and be like, hey, Gun, I'm just not feeling this, bro. I'm not feeling this. Obviously, you don't hate me to the point that you want to kill me or do something real bad to me, right? You just want to box me and knock me out or something like that, right? That's what you're going for. You're trying to do the Urkel dance, right? That's where we're going. That's where we're headed. But you still could have got at me, and I would have picked up, most definitely. I wouldn't have blocked your phone call. I wouldn't have, pressed fast forward or skipped over you. I would have answered, and like a real man, you could have said, hey, bro, this is the vibe I'm feeling. Since I know you want to make money, well, let's get this money together. And you could have gave me the game plan, because see, a conversation needs to be had in this. It's going to be. See, if I was willing to take this boxing match in this fight, then me and Chill 16 to life would have to have a conversation, right? There would have to be some type of cordial conversation that it was to be held to figure out the specifics and the details of where this event would be held, who would hold it, the monetary gain of it, all that. Okay, don't do the punk shit, man. Don't do, I ain't talking to you, man. I'll send my manager. Bro, calm down, Kevin Hart. Don't do none of that. You would have to have a man. If you want to get in the ring man to man, you would have to have a man to man conversation, and not a conversation for one side or the other to break it down, but a conversation to at least let the details be known, right? So now we get further into the video. There's been plenty of times that Chill, having paroled off a general population yard, according to him and his transcripts and all that, right? Look, you don't get no extra special cookie or award if you parole GP. Dudes that parole feel that way. They will run around and tell everyone, I paroled good. I'm in good standings. I'm in good standings. But they're at the same gas station paying the same prices, right? They're at the same block, standing in line at the same Wiener Schnitzel, right? The fact remains that there's no neon sign over your head that says GP, GP. And there ain't no one on the streets asking you, unless it's homeboys in the streets drinking a beer with you selling dope that don't really give a fuck. That's the truth. No one in society or the community cares what your standings were in prison. Most of them are shocked that you're around them and you were in prison. It's, in fact, usually in the society that we live in the communities that we live in, I know you're intelligent. You don't tell everybody you were in prison. I mean, if they watch your YouTube channel, they understand and they know. And people like myself, that were part of that life, I could understand it. To me, it just is what it is. People get caught. They make mistakes when they were young. They make bad choices in life. You can't sit here in one breath and talk about the choices you made and how now you're doing well and you want other people to do good and this and that. And you're getting butthurt over your position in prison. You are still getting upset off of what yard you were on. You are still looking at people's prison paperwork and things and trying to find dirt like it really matters on the streets, like it matters to normal people, like it matters to the people giving you a job. It don't. Believe me, it doesn't, man. You know that as well as I know it. That still doesn't deter the fact that you're feeling some type of way about me and that you want to fight all of a sudden. So you can't sit there and run around with your GP handle and say, I don't fuck with dudes on 50-50 yards. I don't fuck with fucking dropouts. I don't fuck with this. But yet you want to get in the ring and do business with one. Make that make sense. See, I come from an era, man, and a people, and I understand the politics are different, a little bit heavier on my side, but I come from a situation where once someone stops gangbanging, they back up, they roll it up, they drop out, they do whatever it is that they do, right? They get removed. There's a number of ways you can get ostracized from the gang. But I come from a group in an era, right, that when that happens, them people are dead to the GP community, meaning you don't interact with them. You don't talk to them. You don't have conversations with them. You don't mention them. You don't care nothing about them. They don't exist anymore. They are no longer in good standing. So why do you even watch my channel? Why do you even pay attention to my existence? Why do you even care about what I have to say? How can a man that you deem in your eyes no good, not active, can't fucking be on your level? How can I hurt you? How can things that I've said hurt you if I don't exist? I'm not supposed to exist to a guy that's on GP, right? The fact of the matter is, man, words hurt, right? They most definitely do, to the point where it's like, I want to fight this guy, or at least that's what you're telling your audience. I want to fight this guy. You don't want to fight me. You want to make some money, bro. Let's be honest here. You want to make some money. So this is what I'm going to tell everybody. I've told people in the past, man, I'm not trying to box nobody. I'm not trying to fight nobody. I've been there, done that, man. I'm about to be 48 years old next month. I got diabetes. I'm not making excuses. I'm telling the truth. I wake up some mornings, I don't even want to get up, right? I got my children to take care of. I can't get fucked up and not be able to take care of my children. Look, I'm not saying that Chill can't box. I'm not saying he's a punk. I'm not saying none of that. He probably can and he probably will. Obviously, man, he's just not making videos to make them. One never knows, does one, right? But my thing is this, Chill. If you really want to get something off your chest, if you really want to set something up, all you got to do is make that phone call. I'm not neither accepting this fight, nor am I turning down this fade. Not at all. Just like I told Whack 100 on ball rule, right? And Whack agreed because he's a smart businessman. See, the chicken scratch, little bitch ass money that we'd make fighting on some weird fucking internet thing where you charge the people $25, $29, $99 a fucking fight and you only get $6 of it, right? Each. That ain't the way to go. The way to go is this way, man. If you really want to set something major up, man, if the paper is right, if the feeling is right, by all means, man. I'm a man. I'm a grown man. Hey, I'm not scared to win, nor am I scared to lose. What's the worst that could happen? But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and bicker back and forth for the internet and make video after video after video after video, to appease people and strangers that I don't even know. I'm not turning down nothing, bro. I'm not gonna fight you in the streets like a gang member because I'm not that. I'm not mad at you, nor do I hate you for no reason. Whatever you've said about me, you've said a lot more harsher things about me than I've ever said about you. A lot more, right? For some reason from the gate, you just didn't fuck with me. And I think it was out of jealousy, bro. I think you're another one in the jealous column. You're upset because how can this dude who's not active, who didn't live the life that I lived, blow up like he did on social media? Well, the facts are, bro, all of us in the prison genre, you know it just as well as I do. The numbers ain't right now. We're all having to struggle and strive for what we're getting. That's just the truth, man. You know, some genres are getting it, some aren't. The prison genre is dead, bro. But whatever, man. If this helps you to pay your bills, by all means, get it. So, with that being said, Chill. And there's no hate, man. Don't be mad at the little Urkel shit, bro. You resemble him. Yeah, hey, look, I'm going to give you the game. You're not even Urkel, bro. You're Stefan Urkel, right? So we're going to give you that one. I'm having fun with it, man. I ain't mad at you. If you really want to box and fight and do all that, man, hit my line, bro. Let's set something up. Let's make the numbers make sense. Okay? Let's talk about this. I don't want to go into a ring with a grudge. I don't want to go into the ring hating someone that I never hated on before in my life, right? If I'm going to go into the ring, I'm going to go in as a professional with no animosity, man, as a professional and just get it off our chest. Win or lose. Win, lose, or draw. I ain't no fucking punk, man. Not at all. Now, if I hated you, then there would never be, then I would say, hell no. No fights, no boxing matches, no none of that. It is what it is when I see you, right? But it's none of that because I don't hate you, man. I can't. I got to love you, bro. In fact, man, I got to show love to the brothers, man, because a lot of brothers have shown love to me. So regardless, and I know you're going to make a video, oh, fuck all that. He's bowing down. I'm telling people I'm not bowing down at all. Hit my line. And let's discuss something. We'll just do it like that. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. And let me leave you with this real quick. Remember, I've done this before. I was the first one to do this, right? So people go, oh, Gunner's scared, Gunner's ducking, Gunner's this. You can say whatever you want to say. Remember, I did it. He didn't. Just remember that. This video is sponsored by Vario Liquors out there in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the Turlock area, make sure you pull up to the Vario right there in the 209 Central Valley and get you something cold to drink. Also, by Sticks and Stones Yard Service in Tucson, Arizona, man. If you need a cool estimate on the low, someone that's really going to do a great job on yard work, man, we need to support our small local raza businesses. Definitely tap in if you're in the Tucson area with Sticks and Stones Yard Service and hook them up. I'm going to end it with this thought, man. Okay. Chill has had my number. All these videos that have been made subsequently, man, could have been avoided, or we could have got with each other, man, and he could have said, you know what, man, I'm going to be doing this because I don't agree with this. And I could have said, well, do you, bro? Never once have I denied. People make videos of, man, 4 or 5 videos are being made right now about me. That's what it is. It's just hatred. You know, after I make this video, I'm going to do a super. I'm gonna go take my kid to school. I'm gonna fucking eat good. I'm gonna take me a nap. I'm gonna watch me some more. You Are Not the Father. Chill. I'm gonna do all kinds of shit, right? And I'm gonna chill. You got to chill. That's what I'm gonna do. So, like I said, man, he made his video calling me out. I ain't no fucking punk, right? But you're not gonna sit here and call me out for a boxing match and then make video after video talking shit about me, about my motherfucking my manhood and questioning me and all that. Look, bro, if you're that mad and you want to do something, take it a different route. Get gangster in the streets, right? If not, if you want to make some money, get at me. And we'll leave it like that.